Good morning, everyone. This is Nate in Belize. Today is February 20th. It's about a little bit after 11 in the morning. I just finished a couple of hours of pickleball over at the Best Western Grand Bayman courts. And today I'm doing a southern beach walk, southern San Pedro beach walk. The last one I did was March of 2023. So you can kind of compare the two to see what kind of updates there's been along the beach. I will try and point out some pricing on some of the units available. I would say that these are my estimated pricing, as pricing does change. So if you need specific pricing or current pricing, just send me an email and I can give you an updates on that. A lot of these complexes, there's multiple units available. Today I'm starting here at Royal Palm Villas. There's 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom units available. Last time I think I did this, they were still working on the seawall, and there's new seawalls at Bananas on the beach, and Alaya is going to be having a major construction project on their beach, extending the beach out and creating a seawall for those units there due to the beach erosion and sargassum prevention for the complex. I'll talk about that more when we get there. But hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, put them down below, or you can always send me an email at nwomack@kw.com. So here we have the Royal Palm Villas. Like I said, they have 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms available. There is a 1 bedroom with a loft starting at $229,900. These prices are in US dollars. There's also, I believe, a 2 bedroom 1 bathroom at the same price. And then they go up from there. The 2 bedrooms are generally over the 200,000 range. They've got a large pool inside. They've created all this with the seawall. They were able to have a beach expansion, and they also have a nice pier out there. There's the pool over there, the main pool. This next complex is Mata Rocks. This is a hotel. It actually is for sale, but they have a nice bar restaurant on the patio on the back end by the beach that they added a little bit over a year ago. It's really nice. Water's nice and clear. We haven't had sargassum, I think, since really November when it came in last heavy. This is Bananas on the beach. They are open now. Their units are for sale. I believe their units start at $149 for a studio courtyard room. The studio rooms, I believe, have a small fridge and maybe a microwave. Some do, some don't in the different complexes. But that's at $149,000 US. But they are open now. And what they had done is they extended their beach and put a seawall in. And I think they knew that Alaya was going to be bringing theirs in. So I think Alaya's, looking at their drawings, I think they're coming out 30 feet with their seawall. So I imagine it's going to align with this one. That's how far the beach extension will probably come out, so that when and if we do get sargassum, it'll basically wash down the beach from north to south, because that's typically the way that it flows with the current. With the expansion, they're going to be putting in, I believe they're going to redo the deck restaurant. I'm not sure. They're probably going to expand it. I imagine they may add more more glass just to give it a better view when you're inside, and also when you're behind that, people might have a better view to the ocean. So this is the Bananas on the Beach property. They still could use some fill, and they probably will still fill it in later on with some finer sand. Most of the Banana on the Beach properties are either studio or 1 bedroom. I think the 1-2 bedroom that they had may be sold by now. Next on the list we have Grand Colony. I believe Grand Colony has units for sale. I think they start at, I think, around $450 for a 2 bedroom, and they go up from there. That is the same owners of Alaya, but it is separate. They don't necessarily share facilities. They do have a pool inside. So like I said, this area here is going to be filled in, and a seawall will be expanded. Like I said, on the drawings that I have, it's got about 30 feet. But from where that 30 feet goes out, I'm not sure. So this is the main pool at Alaya. They do have several units available here. The lowest price, I believe, is the studio at $265,000 US dollars. There's the studios, then they have 1 bedroom suites, then they have the full 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath suites. And those I think start at around $700,000, and they go up from there based on your what floor level you're on and what kind of view that you have. They also have villas which are on the beachfront. There's 8 of those. I believe that one is available. I think it's this corner one at 1.7 million. That's the asking price for those. These are 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom units, and they are beachfront. So this is where the reef house area begins, as you can see here by their little. So these are reef house units here, which are the original Banyan Bay units. To be in the rental market, they did require upgrades that Marriott, up to Marriott standards. And I'm just giving you a view here looking south. So when I talked about seawall, you can see out in the distance where Bananas on the Beach seawall comes out to. So the belief is that this will all be filled in and the seawall is going to come out here, and I believe it's going to be extended out maybe to that edge of the wall, but it also might go further. I have to look at the plans again. But they do have a pro dive shop here, or a dive center. This is the deck restaurant, which I'm understanding it's going to undergo remodel. Now, whether they're going to move the whole thing out or not, I'm not sure. But I'm thinking that maybe they're going to add more windows so that it's just a more aesthetically visual. You can see the ocean from more spots. Also, it is not a quite a large place, so they may be extending the size of the restaurant, because I think they will probably get more people that want to eat here versus sea salt inside. Some more beachfront units here. This is the big pool, the pool at the Reef House area. They have their own pool. Of course, you're shared. This is the deck restaurant here. So I actually have a unit available, 3611. It's the second building over at $470,000. It's got great rental returns, probably some of the best in the complex. Just let me know if you want to see some numbers. I can show you what they're doing here. They do have units for sale. These are 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units, as low as, I believe, $455, and then they go up from there. There's the deck restaurant there. Not real big. Got a pizza oven right here. There's a little deck area for yoga. They do yoga in the mornings. This area is going to be pushed out with the seawall, so they're going to have more area here. A lot more beach area they're going to have now. Some of the units for sale have not had the upgrade. This unit here, 3111, is for sale at $625. It is beachfront, and it does not have the Marriott upgrades. It's estimated that the upgrade cost is going to be anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 US. But it's one of those things where you've got to get somebody in to quote it to know exactly what the numbers are going to be. This area here is also owned by the developer. This was going to be an adult studio condominium community, but that's been put on hold. But they do own this land, so right now they're using it for parking. They've installed a beach volleyball. This is probably in the last 2 months this has been sitting here, so people have a place to play beach volleyball. Some kayaks here. The sailing center is actually further north. We'll go by it. I'm not sure who these cats belong to. It might be the sailing center and they just park them here because they're larger. These are private homes here. Lots of places to get massages along the beach on the piers, so you have the nice sound of the waves. Very peaceful out there. Here's some open land. Just a note, a lot of people often come down and they're asking about, well, who owns that? Who owns it? Can you find out? Well, in the country of Belize, that information is considered private. So they don't have a county recorder's office. A lot of times, they do a lot of, it's paperwork. It's not electronic like you might see in North America. So it's hard to get that information unless you know somebody that knows the landowner. You can't just look at a parcel and say, hey, who owns that? Now, you may be able to pay some money, go to the lands department and find out. But I think by the time you pay the money just to get the information, when somebody may not be willing to sell, I don't think it's much of a payoff. So it's best to just look to see what's available for sale, unless you hear something from somebody and are able to talk or contact the owner. This is Xanadu. Xanadu Beach Resort. These were built with dome buildings. This was for hurricanes, for high winds. So that design was used to kind of counteract the high winds. They can stand the higher winds. They did put palapas over them. Since then, a lot of people are just building concrete, and that withstands the winds also. But this is like a eco-friendly type resort. A lot of vegetation here. And they've got a pier, and they've got a nice beach. As you see, when you do have a seawall, they're like that. You have a lot more expansive beach area. Same thing here. See all that filled in with the seawall out there? Now this is a Brazos. Originally it was called a Brazos 2, but I recently checked on the website and now they're calling this one a Brazos. There wasn't a Brazos originally on the mainland, so I don't know if they sold that property or just changed the name of it. So this is now the primary. It's a boutique resort. As large as it seems, these are actually only 6 units. That can be rented out. These are not condominiums, it's a hotel, but it's a very boutique, very nice addition to the island. It's a large pool from end to end. I've seen people stay there, but not very often. You can go to their website and book a room. It's higher end, and they have like a really good chef, although I have not eaten there. So, but if you want more information on that, just let me know. This is their beach area here. They've got a seawall and they have a walk-in beach. So this is Caribbean Villas. Caribbean Villas has been here for a while. They have a lot of times musicians will come down and they'll have concerts here. That was happening in January. They have a new palapa, and they have it's a lot better than the old one they had, and they changed it to where it's actually great for concert viewings, because once you're inside you don't have a lot of columns going up. You can look directly across, and the capacity is a bit larger. They have a pool there too. This is more economical as far as on the price range. It's lower down for rents. But the sailing center is right next door. So they got cats here, so you can rent catamarans. You can get lessons here. There's another spa on the water. I have a picture where I showed prices. I think they got them in here. We'll see. Yeah, they've got prices here. So there's the. So like I said, you can ride a bike or walk along the beach. It's just so much better than walking on the road. So it's a totally different feel.